With an FC TV with Aarran Racine looking ahead to Hornchurch away in the National League South. Aarran, before we touch on Saturday, just a quick reflection on Tuesday night. Obviously a disappointment in the Sussex Senior Cup. What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think it was quite clear to see us we were quite poor at the basics during that game. We started the game quite well. First half we were quite good, had some really good stuff. And then just second half just sort of lost control. And like I said, weren't doing some of the basics well. And on top of that, I think they maybe sensed that, got a bit of a sniff, and probably took charge of the second half. In
terms of your league form, I think it's 6 unbeaten now that you go into Saturday with. How much of a boost will that be going into Saturday, and how much will the squad be looking to put Tuesday night's performance right?
Yeah, I think it's always a motivation whenever you either perform poorly or lose. Your motivation is to put it right in the next game, so that's always going to be a part to play. And then, the form in the league is always going to help any team being 6 unbeaten in terms of confidence and going into any game. But I think we're very aware that as a group, just need to be a little bit more consistent. So even though we're 6 unbeaten, we're still not too happy with our performances. We know there's more to come. So I think it's just exciting that we want to try and get to every game to try and be better week in, week out, and try and find maybe the form and consistency that we know we're good enough for.
Yeah, consistency has been a key word that we've spoken about a lot of the teams in that top 6, top 7 in the league at the moment. It doesn't seem like anyone really wants to take the league by the scruff of the neck and go on and put a few wins together. How much determination does that give the squad to go on and put that run together and know that obviously with a game in hand you go within a point of top spot, and if you put a run together, you don't know where you might be.
Yeah, exactly. I think every team's fully aware that the league's almost there for taking for a handful of teams, like you just said. So obviously that gives a lot of a lot more motivation for a lot of teams to sort of go for it. And we're, like I said, we still think there's more to come from us as a group. So we're hopeful. We keep working hard on and off the pitch. And we're hopeful that we can be that team that can sort of get those back-to-back wins and pick up some really good form, and hopefully build our way back up to the league, at the top of the league.
Last question before we touch on Hornchurch. You found out your opponents in the FA Trophy last night, Rochdale with a win over Stockton Town on penalties. Just a few thoughts ahead of that game in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So another game where us as a club and the players can sort of showcase ourselves against a team where we want to be. I think we performed really well in the FA Cup that we had, but unfortunately didn't get the result. But like I said, I think I speak for myself here, but I know I speak for a lot of the players and the staff and everyone at the club. Will go into it fully confident we can get a result, and on the day, if we're at it and we show what we can do, then I'd be confident we can get the result.
On to Hornchurch on Saturday. How do you assess them as opponents?
They came there earlier in the season and they were very well organised, very well drilled, and made it hard for us. So we're not expecting an easy game against them, and being that at their place, everyone knows that their place is always going to be a tough place, no matter where they are in the league, where the opposition are in the league. It's always going to be a tough place to go. I know that from experience, and I know that a lot of players do and the staff do. So it'll be another game where we don't change anything in terms of preparation. We'll prepare for Hornchurch like we would for Rochdale, like we would for any other team in the league. We'll look at what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and we'll look to expose that.
Finally, just looking at the squad, who is available for Saturday and who might miss out?
We need to clarify that, so we're not 100% sure on who's available. We have a few players that needed a little bit of TLC after the weekend's game, so a bit of squad rotation for Tuesday. But optimistic we'll have a almost all fully fit squad.
Thanks, Aarran.